Actually, when I found out with great sadness that Manny had passed from our Toastmasters family, I did a lot of thinking about how much he had given us. And it's a little speech actually called Manny's Gifts. Manny gave us many gifts. The gift of enjoyment and entertainment. Do you fondly recall some of Manny's speeches? Perhaps it was Manny telling us why we should just show up. Or were you waiting and waiting and waiting for him to finally actually perform that song on the violin? Did you worry about Manny's pants problem as he kept tugging them up over and over again during his speech? Were you amazed at Manny's knowledge of geography as he took us on journeys all around the world? It wasn't just speeches. Manny's response to a table topic or giving an evaluation might just be presented in song or rhyme. One could be assured that if Manuel Urrizola was in attendance, the meeting would likely be just a little more interesting, memorable, and fun. Manny gave the gift of mentorship. He may not have been officially assigned to the mentor role, but he definitely helped to guide and inspire many Toastmasters by his examples of well-constructed presentations and impressive delivery techniques. There was so much sharing of knowledge, skills, and ideas. Manny gave to many the gifts of kindness and caring. Individuals have shared stories about how positive and supportive he was in encouraging and guiding them to take challenges and improve in their Toastmaster skills. Manny had another special gift for us, a gift he shared just by being Manny. The gift of viewing life with a more positive, playful attitude. When I think of Manuel Urrizola, the word joy comes to mind. When we become adults, I believe we often lose the ability to be childlike in how we view life, to see the wonders around us, to be more adventurous, to take time to relax, laugh, play. Manny seemed to be a person who would greet each day with joy in his heart and that childlike attitude. Manny gave us a final gift. Because he left far too early and far too suddenly, we have the gift of realization that we should not take our lives for granted. Rather, we should treasure each of our days and have renewed gratitude for the many blessings in our lives. To honor Manuel Urrizola, let us strive to be a little more adventurous, kind, caring, loving. Be silly, sing, dance, laugh. Be kind to yourself and others. Count your blessings, share your blessings. Thank you, Manny, for all you gave your Toastmaster family. You were a joy and a gift to us. Come.
Okay, maybe if there's others in the audience that would like to say a few words, I have a few more at the end, but I'll leave those until any other comments from the audience. Judy, I think I see a hand, and Suzanne. Did you raise your hand, Judy? Or no, maybe not. If you wish to speak.
I was tapping mostly, but since you invited me, I'll say he was my favorite librarian.
That he was. UCR librarian. Okay, Lois?
Yes, the first time I met Manny was, I used to go to Founders District speech contest. And the first time I became acquainted with Manny was he won a division level speech contest. And he was giving his Toastmasters a CTM, ATM, a designation, play on words. about Toastmasters acronyms, and he was hilarious. Wow. And what a humorist. What an actor. His timing was perfect. His pace, his writing, I was in awe. And I just laughed and laughed. And I went up to him and introduced myself and followed him throughout Founders. And then, eureka, one day, I see him at a speech contest in District 12. And I thought, we are so blessed to have him in District 12. And it was a blessing every day that Manny contributed to our Toastmasters family. And I am very sad to hear of his passing. And yes, Connie, it's a reminder to all of us that be joyful, remember him for his joy, and that this will all happen to all of us one day. And so live the best Toastmaster life that you can. And God bless you, Manny, and may you rest in peace. Amen.
Thank you, Lois. I had forgotten that speech, and boy, I'd do anything if I had a recording of it. It was so special. And we used him to open the officer training at Cal Baptist to make sure people showed up early, to make sure they didn't miss anything. He gave that speech, and it was so entertaining. Yeah. Okay, Richard.
I, like others, I was so impressed with Manny's humor, especially his humor. In addition to the acronyms, when he talked about the different designations, he also had another speech I liked as much, maybe even a little more, Manny's manual. And he went through a number of advanced manuals as only he can do, singing, and he was a natural, I think, as close as you can become to a natural. He was always funny. And I had the wonderful opportunity to compete against him at the district level. I didn't beat him, but what a great experience that was, and something I'll always remember. Manny, those who knew him, he touched all of us and will long be remembered.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Suzanne. Unmute.
Oh, unmute,
As-
Suzanne.
Sure.
Yeah. As we talk about Manny's contribution to our lives with joy and pleasure, I loved watching him enjoy himself as he was giving that gift. He had a great time speaking, and everything you all said, his pacing, it just flowed. And when I was club growth director and kind of thinking about leadership, I had asked him if he would be one of the area directors, and he kind of frowned, which he rarely did. I think I only saw him do it once when I posed this question. I said, wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't you like to do it? And he looked at me and said, well, yes, it will be fun. And then whenever I would see him at events, he would say, here comes that handsome woman. And I will miss him saying, here comes that handsome woman. He had a great time. He had a wonderful area, and what a joy and a pleasure to have been a little piece of his life and him ours in District 12. What a gift. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Suzanne. Do I see another hand? Judy, I saw your hand again. Is that? Oh, yeah, you're clapping. Okay. I don't know. What are we gonna? When we start going to meetings in person? Are we gonna still do this? Are we gonna be able to get back to clapping? Okay.
Good question, Tom.
Okay. Okay. So if there's seeing another, I see Sybil there. Yes, Sybil.
Hi. I also wanted to share something about Manny that really still is in my mind, and it's been quite a few years ago, when he gave a presentation with song and dance about the 10 projects in the basic manual.
Yeah,
and I think that's also the one where he wore the hula skirt. So that was at a TLI, and I think at Cal Baptist, and I so enjoyed it. And I think the whole room very much enjoyed it. We'll miss that. Thank you.
Yes. Those may not know, he was an 8-time, more than anybody else in our district, 8-time district contest winner. So he won more often than anybody else. I have a story that he once told those of you who remember the pants story about, I pulled up my pants. He told me that he instituted that into the speech the day of the contest. When he was at the event,
Wow.
he was finding that his pants were falling down. So he brought that into the speech, and it was a real hit. But just every once in a while, when I pull my pants up and I get back at it, whatever. And of course, we all loved the just show up speech. I went on to district and went on to international, went a ways from there. So such good story to tell us. Also, was so great. So I do have one other story. We went, invited Manny and his partner of
52 years.
52 years,
Ernie.
and invited them to community players. We do the community players. We like to get to know people, get together and do that with them. And they set a time. It was way early at this particular restaurant. So, well, okay, if they want to meet, that's okay. But we got so engrossed with fun and conversation that we were almost late to the play because it went on and on and on and kept talking and talking and talking. And it's such a loss. I was looking forward to years, since he just retired a year or so ago, looking forward to years of having Manny be a part of our Toastmaster family and doing the things that Manny did so well. And so we will certainly miss him. And it was such a sudden thing. I guess he just went in for a minor surgery and found something, and within days he was gone. So it gives us again the appreciation of making sure that we appreciate the people that we're with and appreciate the moments that we have.